Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's Sungod here, and today we're gonna be showcasing Talon, and I'm gonna teach you how to play Talon, how to get ahead, what to look out for, and honestly like the general way to like play with them. So I run two rune pages now, which is Electrocute and Conquer, which I will put on the screen. Electrocute into team comps where I need to snowball, I need to have this early game power in order to take over the game, and I'm gonna play more like an assassin playstyle. And Conquer when I'm looking for drawn out fights, I'm going for long fights where I'm against like tanks, bruisers, or general skirmishers, and I will be building like a little bit more tanky. I could be looking for an Eclipse, I could be looking for a Black Cleaver, and all that. So what does Talon do as a champion? Talon is excellent at punishing bad macro and obviously bad positioning. You won't be playing Talon to just completely 1v9 the fights. You will be looking to pick out like the people that are mispositioned, and honestly like you can even go behind the fights fairly easily because of your E. You always need to play with your terrain, play with vision, and you need to have excellent map awareness. So Talon's main weakness is that he has a really weak early game. I can't stress that enough. He doesn't really provide much to the table. Most junglers beat him in a 1 versus 1 scenario. However, he has really great mobility, so that really makes up for the fact that he has this weak early game. He has no utility, doesn't actually provide anything for the team apart from damage and apart from like pressure that you're gonna be using to flank people and make sure that you're gonna weed out the people that are mispositioned. And finally, he snowballs extremely hard. This champion, I can't stress that enough, snowballs extremely hard in a sense that he can genuinely hard take over a game fairly easily. You will farm way faster if you get your Yomus, especially if you get your Lucidi boots. If you get all of that, like you will genuinely do a gross amount of damage and your tempo is going to be multiplied. So I got a lot of questions on Talon, and interestingly enough, like more than any other champion, specifically, you know, like about the build, about the playstyle, how do I play Talon, how do I snowball games, how do I 1v9. I've had this interesting question of someone playing a lot of Talon, and he would essentially ask me and tell me, look, I get a lot of kills, I get really fed, but I can't seem to genuinely take over the game. I'm often like 10 kills, 15 kills, but I feel like I don't really have like an active impact on the actual game. What do I do? Like, how do I actually win games? The answer is not so simple, but actually fairly simple. I think a lot of people fight way too much, that's a given. And I'm not the one to talk because I play on a server where you're kind of forced to fight all the time, or else you're gonna be left behind because people do fight all the time. But what's really important, and this is essentially why I picked this game out where I didn't get a lot of kills pre 10 minutes, spoiler alert. You really want to get important kills, you want to get ahead in tempo. Talon's main job is to soak up all the resources and make sure that he gets ahead or make sure that he gets a lead. If he does, he will be able to buy important items such as Yomus, Lucidi boots, Profane Hydra, and all that jazz, and even Armor Pen if needed. But what I really look out for on Talon is to make sure I never ever fall behind, because if I do, the game will become extremely hard. If I do get a lead, however, and I'm ahead in tempo, the game becomes relatively like easier. So to answer that question specifically, you always need to stay ahead in tempo. Make sure that use your mobility to get from point A to point B as fast as possible, and obviously that's the thing you want to do on Talon. But you want to be smart in the way that like your jungle macro, and you're gonna be playing Talon way differently than other champions that farm like a lot less. For example, like an Evelyn or even an Italy in certain occasions, right? As for the build, so this is the next question that I had. What I like to go for is depends, obviously, right? If you're against a team comp that's very squishy, immobile, then you can get away with Yomus, you can get away with Lucidi boots, into Profane Hydra, into some Armor Pen, so Cyrillas can do the trick. or Black Cleaver if needed, if you need like a little bit more tankiness. If they are relatively like tankier, then you can go for Eclipse into Black Cleaver, and afterwards, you can just adapt. You can get like a Serial Dust if needed, etc., etc., and then you build situationally, of course. I personally really like playing Talon this season, and he genuinely didn't feel too good, but the reason as to why I played him a lot is because I realized that, especially like on the Chinese servers, that people are fighting a lot, and if I'm playing a playstyle where I want to soak up all the resources and make sure that I'm never like left behind, I'm gonna need to farm, but I'm also gonna need to join up some fights that are gonna be advantageous for myself, right? That's why I think Talon works amazingly in games where people are going to fight, right? And that's when I pick it. So that's that for this question. The next question that I had on Talon is, how do I get 10 CS per minute on this champion? And like it's a little bit of a tricky question with a tricky answer, because Talon doesn't need to get 10 CS per minute. That's the first thing, right? You can get 10 CS per minute, 11, 12, 13 CS per minute on a lot of champions like Graves, Lilia, Karthus, all that jazz. But at the end of the day, like this is not going to win you the game. Of course, if you have a lot of CS, you're gonna be very ahead and you're playing correctly because, well, not correctly, but you're really playing selfishly and you're making sure that you're making yourself as ahead as possible. But most of the time, like as a jungler, you have a lot of different jobs. Like for example, like getting objectives or getting some ganks off or going for counter ganks. So to answer that question, and I'm going to answer the question by not answering the question, is you shouldn't look to get the 10 CS per minute. You should really look to have an active impact on the game, as well as getting yourself as ahead as possible. The thing about jungle, and that's the tricky thing, is you always want to look for the play that's going to get you as ahead as possible. So for example, if right now the play is to get Herald, you should go for Herald because that's the play that's going to give you the most gold. If you think that going top lane because you see like 2 free kills, then of course you leave your Grom behind and you go for top lane, right? It's all situational, and adaptability is obviously one of the most important quality that you can have as a jungler, right? Here, like for example, like I see the Lee Sin, I know that I'm not in a position to really hard fight him, but I will still go in because I see my Galio ulting me. And you see, I adapted to the fight. At first I didn't want to go for the kill, but since I saw that Galio was going on to me, then I went for the fight here. In a strict 1 versus 1 scenario, I would not have won that, right? And yeah, that's pretty much it for all the explanations, questions, and answer. I will let you guys enjoy the video. If you have any questions regarding jungle, regarding Talon, regarding anything, make sure to ask me. I'm here for that. And make sure to check my Discord in the description down below.
인사를 하지 않냐 눈앞에 마주한 사람들이 만든 상황은 나를 혹자가 있어줘 맞아 난 지금 이 순간을 더 소중히 여기지 못한 것 같아 내가 놓친 거는 날 언제나 생각해 주는 가족들을
Alright, 나 I know 내가 있고 있던 비틈 사이 파고든 내가 TV 맘마 you so give me a bingo 답은 이미 나와 있지 love but I'm done 돌아보면 쉬워 그땐 어렵던 게 이지 어쩔 수 없단 변명은 나에게는 별로 그렇게 살아가면
been slain.
不要妨碍我。
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.